Good morning, Allan.
Good morning.
How do my ladies know that all these product supplements are tested, like federally tested, that tested by the government that is safe to use?
That's a good question. In short, this is me personally, okay?
Right.
You and me living in Canada, one thing I know about the supplement industry is that unlike many other parts of the world, the laws here for creating supplements are extremely strict. Extremely. A lot of times, for example, a brand X protein that's in the United States sometimes has to change the ingredients lists once they bring brand X protein here in Canada. Could be that Canada, United States, same brand, same bottle, same everything, but the formula is different just because Canadian law is just way more strict compared to United States, for this example. So if somebody's buying their supplements in Canada, 80% in my brain alone, okay, I'm not a doctor, I say it all the time, just based on my experience, most of the products that are out there on the shelf, they're generally fine. As long as you're not, don't overdose on anything. Too much of anything will be bad. But anything taken in moderation, you should be fine. Number one, if you live in Canada, you live in the United States, if you live in the United States or a different part of the world, I can't speak for them because their laws are different from us. So check your local laws, folks. Find out what are the laws that are required for companies to follow when creating supplements in your part of the world. Number two, once I realized that it should be safe, or at least I believe so, I again will talk to my friends who are in the fitness industry that are using these particular products. And I'll look at them, I'll look at their results, and I'll ask myself, are these the results I want? Both externally and internally. Both externally and internally. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, for example, somebody could have huge, large, massive muscles. They could look like a Greek god or goddess. They could look phenomenal on the outside. And on the inside, they could be heavily inflamed with inflammation, and they could be riddled with injuries and falling apart. So how do you find out if they're great on the outside and on the inside? Well, if you know them well, you can just talk to them. But if you don't know them well, sometimes it's good just to check them out. Check out their social media, check the stuff that they're pumping out, see how they perform. A lot of people who are in the fitness world, per se, they love to show off their stuff on Instagram. I mean, it's not hard to find. If you can find somebody that seems like they're moving well, I mean, that's not the perfect indication. Remember, we're not looking for perfection here. We're just looking for little tools that we can use so we become better educated along the way. And if they're showing that they have an ability to move, not just lift weights, right? Lifting weights is one thing, but the ability to move, I guess you could say more body weights and aerobic type movement. If they can demonstrate that, then chances are they're probably using a good supplement. And I say that because in order to lift weights, you can isolate. You know this, right? We can isolate certain muscle groups. So those muscle groups can be very strong. But does that indicate the rest of the body is strong and healthy as well? No. It just means that particular muscle group is strong. Now, if you compare that to somebody else who does body weight exercises, who does calisthenic exercises, who does cardio-based exercises, those movements require the entire body or most of the entire body to synergistically move together. So every body part has to be firing. Like take a sprinter, easiest thing to talk about right now over this video, right? If they're gonna do a 100-meter sprint from here to here, it's not just their legs they're using. They have to use their legs. They have to use their heart, their lungs, their cardiovascular system has to be excellent if they're gonna win it. Their hamstrings have to fire, their glutes have to fire. If they're moving and they're running with their arms, their lats are burning up, their shoulders, their triceps, everything on them. And plus their joints, their knees have to be good, their ankles have to be good, right? So if you think about all of those components and you can see that they're active and they can function well, okay. chances are is you might have a really good product in front of you. So watching people perform that way is a good sign to see how well they move. And of course, I always say it up, ran up again, check your Google reviews, but check them thoroughly. In other words, if you see 10 reviews and they're all negative, don't just believe that they're negative. Check the reviews and make sure that the reviews don't try to upsell you on their stuff. Because a lot of reviews out there will say, "Oh, don't buy that product. Don't. They're horrible. They got that. See, that stuff. It's going to give you cancer. Like I see a lot of those articles. And then at the bottom it says, "Don't buy that. Buy mine." Well, okay. Well, you just screwed it over, buddy. Like you're not trying to give me an education on this product. You're just trying to sell me on yours. So that's why us as the consumer, like it's getting harder for sure. Because people are getting smarter on how to skew the information. But it's not impossible to learn. It just takes a few extra minutes of doing your own research. And hey, let's face it, if somebody's really that scared to use something, but they really want to get a result, the only way they're going to get that is through their own research, right?
And
so
test
the research, you get the results.
And test it, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
Yes, this is saying, be good and be safe, or be risky and be great.
Be risky and be great.
So be risky means trying it at first to see if it works.
And nothing works until you try.
Yes. Thank you so much, Allan.
Thank you.